You know what it is, you know what it is, you know what it is, you know what it is. My man can't talking to me. We ain't got this right, but we gonna get this right. Now, what we dealing with tonight for the late night cap is Ben10 and AllStar JR crossing enemy lines, bringing hustle karma out. Do y'all know what hustle karma is? Put it in the comments. Let me see if y'all know what hustle karma is, right? We're going to allow y'all to take your time and come in. Make sure that everything is working proper. All right? Now, as y'all come in, I'm going to give y'all the intro real quick. I feel like giving an intro.
You're not talking to me. No, it's going down.
Hey, what's going on, man? Murder Mook, Harlem, you know what it is, man.
I was informed that y'all couldn't hear me, so I'm gonna let y'all know my bag, bear with me. This is my brother Murder Mook right now, getting ready to explain to you why I do this. This is how I met your Murder Mook, so you understand. All right?
Hey, what's going on, man? Murder Mook, Harlem, you know what it is, man. I just want to express how much gratitude I got for Unique. You know what I mean? I was telling him a story, telling him how I felt about, you know, anything go wrong with my career, rap-wise. You know, if should be slow and
no, I'm looking at the stream. It's fine.
Be able to do the wrong shit. When I watch Unique Mecca audio, I feel it, and I like to my soul, and that's keeping me farthest away from doing anything criminal. Anything criminal.
Just woke up from the bed and
think straight. Honestly, made me think straight because I've been watching them for about a year, like a year now.
No, I'm watching. You were so far. You were right.
It just took my mind way off of that. Way off of that. From a year ago, it got rough. For a year ago,
Yeah.
And from watching this man, I just felt like you saved me. You saved me. And I just want to show my gratitude, and I want to say thank you, man. Unique Mecca Audio, anything you need, brother, from me.
All right.
Anything you need, man.
All right. Now, that's where we at, right? And we're going to sit here and we're going to ride out tonight on the late night joint. Let me know if you like the music. My man Ron G made the music. If you want to call to speak to me, the phone is on, right? We're going to ride out to Ben10 and AllStar JR situation. I'm not going to get into the mechanics of their situation and da-da-da, because that's not what we do here at Unique Mecca Audio. We take the hit, viral, current affairs, and we give you the street code in it to help you elevate. This wasn't just a shooting. This was a code violation. If y'all feel you know what a code violation is, put it in the comments, right? I should have my comments up. Let me get my comments going myself over here. You know what I mean? I'm going to put it in the comments. Let's get my banners up. I got to do this myself. Hold up. Put it in the comment. Oh, there it is. Put it in the comments. So we're going to put it in the comments, right? I want y'all to understand. Let me tell y'all what this whole situation is about if y'all don't know what it's about. Let me play this news clipping so y'all understand. All right?
Hospital after they were shot inside a popular restaurant. Get to some of those headlines developing this morning in Upper Kirby. 2 men are in the hospital after they were shot inside a popular restaurant.
Yeah, Jade Fleury is live at Confessions with how this all started. Jade, what do you know so far?
Well, Denise, Melissa, the shooting is drawing a lot of attention online, with many people identifying one of the 2 men shot as NBA Ben10, an affiliate of rapper NBA Youngboy. And Houston police say that the gunman on the run was actually being robbed for his chains and assaulted when he shot up the restaurant before taking off. But right now, it's unclear if the 2 men who were shot were involved in that attempted robbery or just caught in the crossfire. All of this happened around 11:30 Wednesday night at Confessions restaurant on Kirby Drive near Richmond. When police arrived, they found 2 men in their 20s with multiple gunshot wounds. One man hit several times in the torso and the other shot in the arms and legs. Investigators say that it started as an attempted robbery over jewelry, with several people confronting a man trying to snatch his chains. That fight escalated quickly, with multiple people jumping in, knocking the man to the ground and beating him up. Police say that's when the man pulled out a gun and started shooting.
Sometimes.
All right, so we're going to stop it there, right? Because we're going to have this man speak to you and let you know what's going on. But my question to you is, we heard them say that somebody tried to rob him for his chains. We heard him say that it was an assault and other things, right? But my question to you is, why is AllStar JR the only one charged when somebody tried to rob him? Why aren't the robbers charged? Why aren't the assaulters charged? That's something I want y'all to put in the comments. Why do you feel that the assaulters is not charged with anything? So y'all let me know what's going on and what you think on that, because that's suspect. But I'm gonna play the police whole joint with him breaking it down as far as what is going on with that. All right, let's go. Cause what we doing? We riding.
Club just behind me upstairs. It's a bar / restaurant type location. Tonight there was probably, I don't know, 20, 30 people in there and several servers and everything. We got some pretty good video. We got 2 victims on the scene right now. This is a shooting. We got 2 victims. Let's see, one's been shot multiple times in the torso, probably in his late 20s. Another one's been shot in the extremities, in the lower extremities, and also all throughout his arms and everything several times. He's probably in his mid-20s. They're both transported to local hospitals right now, and they're both in very critical condition. So my name is Lieutenant R. Wilkins, Willkens. So what we know right now is our suspect, who we don't know who he is right now. We're working on that. Investigators do a great job. I'm sure they'll figure out who he is. Was at this location and had a confrontation with a couple guys. That altercation originally, it appears from what they were doing, was trying to take his chains. Now, we don't know if they knew him or what that was, but it appears possibly they knew this guy and they were in the process of trying to rip his chains off. That went on for 30 seconds to a minute, where these 2 guys were tussling with him, actually got him to the ground, and appears probably got his chains from him. Right after that, another fella jumps in and several other people jump in as well, along with these other guys, and they start having a fist fight, and they're beating this guy pretty bad. They got him on the ground and beating him pretty good. Sometime during that part of the fight, our victim, who was originally looked like he was being majorly assaulted by several people and getting his chains ripped off, he presents a pistol. We don't know where he got it from, but he got it. Must have had it in his pants the whole time, but he got it out and started shooting randomly. Ends up hitting 2 people. Those are our 2 victims. Not certain if these are the same ones that were trying to rip off his necklaces or not. Again, investigations just now starting. But investigators are going to get over here and try to focus on there to talk to us some good video. So that's where we are right now. You know, prayers for those 2 guys that were shot. Again, we don't know all the details yet, exactly why all this occurred. But like I said, our investigators will get to the bottom of it. Any questions?
Oh man, I didn't even have the volume on. My bag. I didn't have the volume on. Bear with me. Bear with me. Please bear with me. We just building this studio and we doing what we gotta do, but I want y'all to understand that we doing something serious right now. You know, we playing the videos and we let you know what time it is. What up? Self, what up? Yeah, I'm live, family. Call me back. Yeah, so that was my brother Self calling, right? But I want y'all to understand that you got a lot going on out here because this wasn't just a shooting, right? This was a code violation. I want y'all to listen to what I'm saying. This Ben10 AllStar JR situation, this is bigger than a restaurant. This is bigger than Houston. This is bigger than rap names. This is about code. Do you know what code is? I want y'all to put it in the comments right now. Do you know what code is? When the code gets violated, the streets don't always punish you first. Sometimes life does. So when you see a brother that was on top having hard times, that's because the streets don't always punish you first. I want you to remember that. The controversial truth, Ben10 had no reason to be in that beef. And this is not to bash Ben10, none of that. I'm just here to give y'all the street code from current affairs. The controversial truth, Ben10 had no reason to be in that beef. I'm not here to disrespect Ben10. I'm not here to clown nobody. I'm not here to celebrate nobody getting hurt. But I'm here to tell the truth. If your camp got issues with another camp, you don't jump into their business. You do not jump into their business. Does anybody know why you don't jump in their business? If your camp got beef with another camp, why you don't jump in that camp that got beef with your camp business? Put it in the comments, because I'm going to give you the jewel of that. You can be solid all your life, then make one emotional move and look like a crash out. We seen that with Pooh Shiesty. I can name other rappers, but I mean, like I said, this is not about naming names because we don't do that unique make audio. We just take the current affairs and we break down the street code to this. OG's 3's birthday, right? OG 3's birthday turned into a federal case. And that's what's a shame, that we can't even celebrate our birthdays no more. They say OG's 3 birthday was being celebrated. NBA people were there. Ben10 was there. AllStar Jr. came through. Then J Prince Jr. was there too. Now the whole room changed energy. Do y'all know why the whole room changed energy? Put in the comment. This is going to be the deepest YouTube show you'll ever seen, man. They holding back my views and all that and not really promoting me, even the browser feed and all that, because my joint too real. But if I got one watching, I succeeded. So I don't worry about them playing with my views, because y'all know if your brothers and sisters see this, they'll tune in all day, because this joint is fire. You can't get more fire than this. The jewel to why the whole room changed when J. Prince Jr. came in, when too many street histories walk into the building, the walls start feeling like a trap, like they caving in. Was J. Prince Jr. invited? Or was that hustle karma setting the table? Was J. Prince Jr. invited, or was that hustle karma setting the table? Always a lot of speculators and bloggers is saying, was it a setup? Did someone call J. Prince Jr. and tell him that AllStar JR was dead? Or was that just hustle karma? Like I said, I'm not pointing any fingers. I'm just giving y'all different views to look at. J. Prince Jr. said he came alone. He said he was there for OG3. Isn't that one of NBA young boys' big homies? But he came through out of respect. Nothing wrong with that. He said he did not know AllStar Jr. was there. That may be true. But the streets ask questions. Out of every restaurant in Texas, how did everybody land in the same room? That's what the streets want to know. What do you think the jewel to that is? Y'all put it in the comment before I give y'all the jewel that I have out of this. Coincidence in the streets always sounds funny when old beef is sitting at the next table. Coincidence in the streets always sound funny when old beef is sitting at the next table. Did y'all really understand that? You ain't gonna get it realer than this in Unique Mecca Audio, man. I'm just telling y'all like it is. I just feel like riding, and I'm riding right now. You know? Let's talk about the chain snatching. I feel like riding. Y'all feel like riding or busting gunshots? Y'all feel like riding or busting gunshots? Because that's what chain snatching lead up to. The chain snatching allegation is where the code gets dirty. You ain't gonna get it realer than this. I'm in a good zone right now. Hold on, let me take a little drink of my agua. You know, you remember back in the day, cause we ride. Back in the day when we was hustling, right? Like up on 160th and Broadway in Amsterdam, the police come on the block with a little blue and white car with a big thick ass mustache, but they always had the Burt Reynolds mustache like Smokey and the Bandit. See, I'm giving you all a good visual. When they come up that joint, they got their dark mirrored glasses and they driving through, they looking slow, and the fire hydrant got the water spurting out, and the kids with the can over the fire hydrant, they chilling, they running, niggas sniffing coke, shooting coke, dope, everything in the buildings around them. But the kids is the camouflage. That's how real it is in the hood, that we remember these times. And I'm just riding right now, so don't pay me no mother mind. I'm just riding. This how we ride. Let me get my sip. I told you I wanted, right? All right, let's go. Oh, this beat is by Ron G, man. It's a Ron G beat. Let me know if it's riding with me good enough or not, right? But let me get into the chain snatching allegation and where the code gets dirty, right? They say the problem started near the entrance. They say a group approached AllStar JR. They say chains became part of the issue. They said it turned into a brawl. They say the gun hit the floor. Then everybody went left. Somebody let me know what's going on here. What do you think the jewel in that is? Somebody put in the comment to see if you can get deep as unique Mecca audio, because I feel like riding right now. Right? A chain can look like status until it becomes evidence, blood, and federal mother effing paperwork. And that's what AllStar JR got right now. We're going to speak on that federal case in a minute. But right now, we're just dealing with the code. But I'm going to walk you into it. If you understand what I'm saying, let me know where you at right now. Share this video because this joint is fire. Hit the like button. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you time to hit the like button, man. All right?
Keep it going, 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 keep it going. Mecca what? Mecca audio, Mecca what? Mecca audio, Mecca what? Mecca audio, Mecca what? Mecca audio. I like the way it's going down.
I got
Manji
the joint.
Boss Obs +9 1
I got the joint.
983
I got the
427
joint.
9.
I got the joint. I got the mute off. All right.
Muted.
All right. Here is the street code question, right? But being I was muted, so, you got to bear with me. Like I said, that's why I mentioned the Cash App. Y'all know the Cash App is up there. All this costing me a bag of money and I need some help. You know what I mean? So if you like the jewels, y'all, show some love because the game to be sold, not told. Now, the jewel in that is a chain can look like status until it becomes evidence, blood, and federal paperwork. A chain can look like status until it becomes evidence, blood, and federal paperwork. Right? Well, we riding. So here's the street code question. Why was Ben10 even mother effing there in that mix? Somebody put it in the comments and let me know why Ben10 was in that mother effing mix. Please. Now, comment. JR is just what the spearhead for the federal indictment. They need him to initiate the RICO. You a smart man. Who that, man? Who that? Ishmael, right? Ishmael Hassan, 5532, smart man. Because that's how the feds work. If y'all don't know that's how the Fed work, something wrong. Nobody's saying that JR gonna fold. That's not even a question. We talking about how they move now, because we talking about street code morals and principles and how these people move and how you not supposed to be out there in the game, so you ain't got to worry about dealing with their calculated move because they playing chess while you playing checkers. I'm gonna get in my commentary in a minute, but Ishmael, you was right on point, my brother. Let me move this over here so I can see this, man, because it's getting ready to get deep. It's getting ready to get deep. All right, now I can see it right in front of me, right? So we riding. Let me see. I need to bring this a little smaller, right? So JR hit it right. I got to put him back up there, man. I got to put him back up there. He did that 100. But now, here's the street code question. Why was Ben10 even mother effing there? This is the part I can't ignore. Ben10 came up with NBA Youngboy. He grew up with him in the projects out there. This is his side. This is his history. This is his loyalty. So why be anywhere near a situation that benefits the other side. Tell me why. Hold up. I didn't even realize this. You see, I'm in a zone right now. I didn't even realize I ain't got my bucket. So I'm gonna take this off and put my bucket on. I ain't do it on purpose. I forgot to put on my bucket. You know how we do. Maybe that's why I wasn't feeling my zone right? But so why be anywhere near a situation that benefits the other side? Tell me what the jewel is in that to y'all. See if y'all can catch one jewel for this whole joint. At least give me an emoji, because I'm letting y'all know now. They suppressing the content, because the content is too fire. They say I'm too deep. I'm touching too many of the masses. So, you know, unless I get the likes and the comments up, they're not going to really push me so that the masses can see what it is. So I got to work from the ground up. So at least give me an emoji or give me a comment, or, you know, definitely hit the like button along with that. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm glad you see he feeling my vibe. Hold up. I got to get him up there. What'd he say? He say he feeling my vibe. That's what I'm saying. I'm in a good vibe right now. I'm going to start doing more lives, but my people, they be sleeping. So I need some help with what they call it, moderators at night and in the morning. I'm going to start doing 2 shows a day with the live, because I'm in a good mood right now. You know what I mean? But the jewel for that is, if your big homie got problems with the camp, you don't become muscle for that camp that your big homie got a problem with. That is not loyalty. That's straight confusion. Do anybody agree with that or disagree with that? Put in the comment. If your big homie got problems with the camp, you don't become muscle for that camp. That is not loyalty. That's confusion, or not knowing where your loyalty lies. Y'all understand the words that come out of my mouth and speak another language? Or maybe I need to give y'all an outro real quick.
Cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime. Mecca what? Mecca audio. Mecca what? Mecca audio. Mecca what? Mecca audio. Mecca what? Mecca audio.
Fresh out the can of 26. He back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in hall. He cut from the.
All right, enough of that crap. Enough of that crap. Let's get back to this program. You know what I mean? You don't help your ops even when they're beefing with someone else. Do y'all understand what I mean by that when I say you don't help your ops even when they're beefing with somebody else? Please put in the comments before I just end this live, because I don't know if y'all really listening to this. You know, I'm going to get to the comments in a minute. I know there's comments over there, but right now I want to ride. Just hold the comments right where they at, and I want y'all to listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. You don't help your ops even when they are beefing with someone else. Do you know what I mean in this situation with Ben10, AllStar JR, and J Prince? Being that you don't, right, we're going to ride. And I'm going to break that down for you, right? Let's get this right. I think I didn't even put it up there, but I had some young boy NBA footage. Let me see if I got him in here, man. Hold up. Let me see if I can find this young boy NBA footage, because I don't understand how I ain't got that joint there, where I was showing, they were showing how this whole beef started, because y'all need to know how this beef started so that y'all could really get an understanding of where we at right now in this situation, right? This is how this beef started, right? I'm gonna move this up here to make sure y'all can see this, all right? So we're gonna do this. And this is how this beef started. They in NBA Youngboy's garage about to take his Rolls Royce, so you understand. I'm gonna get my black ass off the screen so y'all can focus on what's going on. They showing that they got the keys. They showing how they got the keys and how they get ready to take his car. Because they told him to check in, and he didn't check in allegedly with Jay Prince Sr. So they show now how they robbing his joint. And that is Airbnb. You see what I'm saying? This is how vicious it is out there. If y'all don't understand this, I don't know what to tell you. And I ain't even gonna front. Young boy handled this proper. He let him know, man, I ain't had nothing in the car. Ain't they want that car? They done called him, told him they had the keys to the car and the umbrella and some more stuff. See if I can find that part on here. And he told him straight up, I'm not even trying to hear none of that. You know what I mean? He said, I'm not even trying to hear none of that. Let me see if I can find that part right there. There was a part, man, but the beef started from back then. Oh, here it is right here. Right? Look at this, right? Look.
Manjeet Boss Obs +9 1983 4.
You're doing this wrong way. You need to copy.
Oh, they
You
say
need
you
to
can't hear
copy
the
the
video.
link
All
to-
right, well, copy the link to this video. Copy the link to this video over there while I do that. Let me move it out the way. Copy the link to this video. We're going to copy a link to this video. I want you all to see this. So bear with me, man. You know what I mean? Where is it? Let me see. No. Yeah. No, put our link, put the what's we call it links in there. You know? Where's the video I was just looking at? Let me find this, man. Hold up. Y'all gonna bear with me, all right? Y'all gonna bear with me. Let me take this time one at a time.
Let me have the mouse.
I need the link for that video. I'm getting ready to put that over there. So I'm gonna pull that over to the other screen and we're gonna find that video. We're gonna bring that link because I need to play that. But you don't help your ops, right? Y'all can hear me all right? Put in the comments if y'all can hear me all right. You can hear me all right? You don't help your ops even when they're beefing with someone else. This is street law. Simple, clear, right?
Can you point me the video?
No gray area. If they're your ops, their beef is not your assignment. What does that mean? Y'all put that in there and let me know. If they're your ops, y'all let me know right off the top so I know what time it is, right? I can't even find the video that I'm looking for, and I ain't even got time to even waste with this shit. You know? Yeah, but let me see the comment that was put on the screen. Hold up. All right. OG Unique Make Audio, you never help your ops. That's a violation. Why am I hearing an echo? Somebody put something on mute. That's a violation of your own self and your own ancestors' blood, line and lineage, in my opinion, and understanding about life. That was deep. And that was exactly right. You never help your ops That's a violation of your own self and your ancestors' bloodline and your lineage. I'm not on the screen because I choose not to be on the screen because I think this is too real for y'all to really understand right now. Now, I'm going to sit here and I want y'all to hear the jewel that go with this. The enemy of your enemy is not always your friend. Sometimes he's just using your anger to make you crash. Do y'all agree with that? The enemy of your enemy is not always your friend. Sometimes he's just using your anger to make you crash. Let me know what y'all think of that, Ron. And I want to tap out for a second because I could do that because I got the fly system hooked up. Thanks to y'all and your donations. Appreciate it. But those glasses was hurting my eyes. But now we're going to talk about NBA YoungBoy, right? Stood on his square when Houston tried to press him. NBA YoungBoy stood on his square when Houston tried to press him. Remember the old Houston situation, right? That's the video I'm waiting on him to put over there now. I got it over here too. Let me see if I got it over here. Houston recruiting, 2 critically injured doing shooting. Ben10 drive-by shooting. I don't even know where the video is at. You want me to do too much while I'm trying to talk. NBA YoungBoy stood on his square when Houston tried to press him. Remember the old Houston situation? YoungBoy's property was allegedly taken. Prince said he had items recovered. YoungBoy did not receive it like a favor. YoungBoy received it like pressure. And he don't take too kindly to pressure. And he stood on what it is. What do you think the jewel is in that paragraph? When YoungBoy said, keep the key, he was really saying, I don't bow for access. That was principle. Because YoungBoy told him, yo, when they made one key for the rose, they made another key. You keep that key. He was really saying, I don't bow for access. That was principle. That's why this looks crazy. Ben10 was from the camp, right? That refused to check in. Ben10 was from the camp that refused to check in. YoungBoy refused that energy. He rejected that power move. He made it clear. No check-in, no rap, no fear. What do you think the jewel is in that? I'm going to tell you real quick. So, if the big homie refused, a handshake, why would the little homie end up near the other side's problem? That's what I want y'all to tell me. All right, y'all tell me that so I understand and can get a better idea of what's going on, because I'm all the way lost over here. You know? Y'all keeping up with this? Because I'm all the way lost over here. This don't even make no sense. You know? All this started from confessions. Ben10, right? Ben10 was not some random dude that makes the lesson deeper. Ben10 had history. Ben10 had position. Ben10 had footage. Ben10 had access. Ben10 had love from YoungBoy. That is why the move mattered so much. Ben10 was there from the beginning with YoungBoy when YoungBoy first started. So you understand, he got the original footage of YoungBoy when he was just a baby. worth millions. So if you connected to a man that made $100 million in a year, how could you not know what to do with footage that you have with him from his yesteryears that no one else have? So he winds up in J. Prince Jr. beef with allegedly over J. Prince Jr. sleeping with AllStar JR's baby mother, a bunch of crap I don't even want to talk about. It's minute to me. But the jewel in this is, right? The closer you are to greatness, the more careful you must be about who can use your name, your body, or your loyalty. A crash out move does not mean a man is worthless. Remember that. A crash out move do not mean a man is worthless, because I'm not trying to bash anyone. I'm just trying to give you all sides of this ugly, dirty, filthy, stinking mother effing game. Comment on the screen. J. Prince Jr. Is a created player. He grew up with the best of everything. He's not a street guy. I heard you loud and clear, but now you have to put in the comments, or you come in the chat. Let me put the link in the chat. Come in the chat and explain that. Because I'm not going to see they going back and forth with a text with you saying that a man grew up with a silver spoon in his mouth and he's really a wussy. But a crash out move does not mean a man is worthless. Let me be clear. I'm not calling Ben10 worthless. I'm not saying he was not thorough, because we know he was. That's not even in question. I'm not saying he was not loved, because young boy kept him in the camp. I'm saying one bad move can carry fresh out energy. And rolling with a J. Prince beef is that one bad move that carried crash out energy. And I got to keep it real. And y'all share this with him, and I'm sure he'll understand what I'm saying now as an OG talking to him, not disrespecting him. That is a lesson. And what do you think the jewel in that is? Put in the comment what you think the jewel in that is. I'm going to give it to you. A solid man can still make a reckless move, because we know he's solid. But that was reckless, getting involved with J. Prince situation. Under any circumstances, when the head kahuna is beefing with him. And the streets don't grade your whole life before they punish one mistake. And the hustle karma is always there. Hustle karma is real. The code always collects its debts. Some people call it karma. I call it hustle karma. Some call it universe. I call it hustle gods. When you cross that code, something and someone collects. And what do you think the jewel is in the hustle karma? The hustle gods don't always punish you because you're evil. Sometimes they punish you because you moved out of order, because you violated the two-step of the street game. If you playing double dutch and they swinging all four ends of the rope and you misstep, then you fall out of order. I want y'all to really understand what I'm saying. AllStar JR's side looks like a survival and federal pressure at the same time. All right? We show you all some little tricks that I learned. I can't even find it, but anyway, right? So I want y'all to really understand that AllStar JR says he was targeted. Reports say the situation got physical. The government says a gun hit the floor. The government says he picked it up. Now, they're not just talking street politics. They're talking federal gun charge. What do you think the street code is in that? Bottom line, AllStar JR is a felon. He possessed the gun regardless what the situation was in the state. He could fight that. He was protecting his life and he was standing his ground because he was being whooped and all of this. But in the feds, being that he already had a gun charge, it says that he's not allowed under any circumstances, including life or death, to possess a gun. So to possess the gun to shoot at that moment is a violation of the federal statute that carries 15 years. Everybody feels sorry for him because in the state circumstances, the way y'all argue it on the street is that he was standing his ground. He was defending himself. The state care about that. The feds just care, was he a felon in possession of a mother effing gun? Is that cut and dry? And of course, they might be using that to squeeze him and try and get information based on being that he was with, his baby mother was with allegedly J. Prince Jr. So that means that she probably got some pillow talk from J. Prince Jr. and this baby mother heard certain things and he heard certain things from the baby mother reporting it back to him from they doing their little pillow talking. And then all of a sudden, the feds say, we need to know what that pillow talking was. So we're going to charge you with a bogus possession while in possession of a gun as a felon. We're going to get to the comments on the screen. Save them. We're going to deal with that. Let me ride right now. We're going to get with your comments on the screen. Right now, I'm in my zone. Y'all want to ride my zone? Or you want me to stop and deal with the comments? We're going to get with the comments. We're going to go all the way back to the top of the comments and stick with the program. We're going to get there. If you want to call in, the phone is there right there on the screen. If you want to call in, that's the only thing I'm going to stop my ranting and raving about. But the jewel to that is the streets may say he defended himself. That's what the streets say. He defended himself. They were trying to take his chain. They were stomping him out. The police, he would say, hold on. Y'all forgot what the police said? Let me run it back to what the police said.
3200 Kirby Drive at the Confessions nightclub, just behind me upstairs. It's a bar / restaurant type location. Tonight, there was probably, 20, 30 people in there and several servers and everything. Got some pretty good video. We got 2 victims on the scene right now. This is a shooting. We got 2 victims. Let's see. One's been shot multiple times in the torso, probably in his late 20s. Another one's been shot in the extremities and the lower extremities and also all throughout his arms and everything several times. He's probably in his mid-20s. They're both transported to local hospitals right now, and they're both in very critical condition. So my name is Lieutenant R. Wilkins, Willkens. So what we know right now is our suspect, who we don't know who he is right now. We're working on that. Investigators do a great job. I'm sure they'll figure out who he is. Was at this location and had a confrontation with a couple guys. That altercation originally, it appears from what they were doing, was trying to take his chains. Now, we don't know if they knew him or what that was, but it appears possibly they knew this guy and they were in the process of trying to rip his chains off. That went on for 30 seconds to a minute where these 2 guys were tussling with him, actually got him to the ground and appears probably got his chains from him. Right after that, another fella jumps in and several other people jump in as well, along with these other guys, and they start having a fist fight, and they're beating this guy pretty bad. Got him on the ground. and beating him pretty good. Sometime during that part of the fight, our victim, who was originally looked like he was being majorly assaulted by several people and getting his chains ripped off, he presents a pistol. We don't know where he got it from, but he got it. Must have had it in his pants the whole time, but he got it out and started shooting randomly. Ends up hitting 2 people. Those are our 2 victims. Not certain if these are the same ones that were trying to rip off his necklaces or not. Again, investigation's just now starting, but investigators are going to get over here and try to figure out exactly how that occurred. We got some folks on the scene that are talking to us and got some good video. So that's where we are right now. You know, prayers for those 2 guys that were shot. Again, we don't know all the details yet, exactly why all this occurred. But like I said, our investigators will get to the bottom of it. Any questions?
Did the robbery victim, did he remain on the scene, or was he taken to the hospital?
No. That's again, we're waiting for, looking at local hospitals, see if anybody else shows up, just in case another person might have been shot. Again, I would ask if anybody knows what occurred here, please come forward and call HPD Major Assaults.
Enough of that. What y'all think it is? What y'all think it is, man? Put in the comments. Now, AllStar JR side looks like survival and federal pressure at the same time. Huh? It looked like survival and federal pressure at the same time. AllStar JR says he was targeted. Reports say the situation got physical. The government says a gun hit the floor. The government says he picked it up. Now, they're not just talking street politics. They're talking federal gun law. And what do you think the jewel in that is? The streets may say he defended himself. The feds may say he possessed a weapon. That is 2 different languages. One is street language, that he was defending himself. The other one is he possessed a firearm while he was a felon. And now he's possessing a gun again. That's 2 different languages. The streets cheer first, then the feds print later. Everybody loves the tough moment. Everybody loves the caption. Everybody loves the diss. Everybody loves the clip. But prosecutors love it too. Just for a different reason. And what do you think that is? The fans call it content. The feds call it corroboration. That is why silence is tragedy. Now, the real violation is aligning with enemy energy. The real violation is aligning with enemy energy. You don't have to like AllStar JR. You don't have to even know him. You don't have to pick his side. But if your camp got history with Jay Prince, you don't jump into Jay Prince's adjacent smoke. That is how you lose spiritual protection from the hustle gods. The jewel in that is, because y'all ain't gonna get it, when you stand beside the wrong enemy, the streets stop asking who you are. They ask who sent you. Do y'all understand that? When you stand beside the wrong enemy, the streets stop asking who you are. they ask, who sent you? Everybody wants to be loyal until loyalty requires discipline. Everybody wants to be loyal until loyalty requires discipline. Loyalty is not just riding. Loyalty is knowing when not to move. Loyalty is not chasing every struggle, because Lord knows we have a lot of them. Loyalty is not proving you tough. Loyalty is protecting the mission. Loyalty is staying in formation and riding with the camp. And that's why you must respect 50 Cent the way he's carrying it. As a true general, as a true soldier. And he makes sure his soldiers eat, because you see Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder eating lovely. I watched them. Go check them out on YouTube. I love them. You know, I don't agree with a lot of crap Tony Yayo say, but, I know he's doing it for the, for the content views. But that's what makes the show what it is. The jewelry in this is a soldier who breaks formation can hurt the whole army, even if his heart was good. Because we know Ben10's heart was good. But getting involved with Jay Prince Jr.'s alleged beef was the ultimate violation. The restaurant became a test and everybody failed something. From where I sit, and it's just my opinion, the restaurant became a test and everybody failed something. Somebody failed discipline. Somebody failed awareness. Somebody failed restraint. Somebody failed loyalty. Somebody failed strategy. Where was the strategy in this? Who was involved? Was this a setup? There's too many questions. And young boy NBA moving so official, I know he don't like none of this. Now, everybody got consequences. What do you think the jewel is with that? The jewel, I'm going to give it to you, because we ain't going to waste too much of your time. The streets don't just test your hands. They test your patience, your pride, and your ability to walk the mother F away. All deals is not good deals. All money is not good money. So whatever business Ben10 may have allegedly or trying to have or do or whatever with Jay Prince, that was devil money. When Jay Prince is considered as the ops. From a street perspective, that's all it is. This is the message to the young dudes, right? I'm going to give the young dudes a message. Do not be available for every call. That's what they call a crash out. Do not be muscle for every name. Protect your own name. Do not be present for every beef. Sometimes a man must fight his own. Do not be loyal to confusion. Don't love someone so much that you confuse. Do not cross enemy lines for clout. Because all clout is not good clout, like all money not good money. Do not let somebody else's pride put your mother in a hospital waiting room, waiting to see if you live or die, if you walk or not. What do you think the jewel is in that? Before you jump in, ask yourself one thing. Who benefits if I fall? Street code without wisdom is just a shortcut to prison or a casket. Street code without wisdom is just a shortcut to prison or a casket. The code matters, principles matter, loyalty matters, but wisdom must lead. Because loyalty without wisdom becomes slavery. Don't be slavery to your ignorance. And coverage without discipline becomes self-destruction. And of course, what's the jewel in that, right? I like to ask y'all the jewel. Maybe y'all go back, run this back, and put the jewels in the comment. At least give me a like or something, because they're trying to hold this content back and saying it's too real. So I need to like, that emoji. I need all that, you know, keep it moving. You know, now the jewel in this is being real is not enough. You have to be righteous, strategic, and alive. Let me give y'all the final close. I just want to do this program live, right? I'm getting the feel of it. Like I said, the Cash App is getting ready to be on the screen right now. If y'all want to donate to the cause, I need a new camera and a few other things. I'm trying to make certain things happen. And, you know, that's where y'all come in if you like the content. Just like PBS have their fundraisers, CBS have theirs with Jerry Lewis. Unique Mecca Audio is having his here with you. Cash App is on the screen. Whatever you could donate would be highly appreciated. Phone number is on the screen. If you want to call in, whatever you want to do. Let's keep it moving. But the final closing punch, don't let the ops use your loyalty against you. Did you understand that? Don't let your ops use your loyalty against you. What do you think that means? Somebody put that in the comments. All right. Now, so when I look at Ben10, man, I see a warning. When I look at AllStar JR, I see federal pressure. Because the feds is putting pressure on JR behind the scenes for something. Let's not even play no games. I see straight federal pressure right now. When I look at J. Prince Jr., I see why the internet asks questions. But when I look at the whole situation, I see the lesson. Do you see the lesson? Put in the comments if you see the lesson. Do not cross enemy lines. Do not help your ops. Do not crash for someone else's ego. Do not mistake movement for loyalty. Do not mistake being present for being protected. And I'm not even going to give you all the jewel yet. I want y'all to really sit back and understand what I'm saying right now, man. I feel like playing a little joint just to show y'all this is a part of the program that I did. Ben allegedly. We're going to take the volume out. We're going to show some of the, you know, Ben10 footage and all that. You know, let's hope he have a speedy recovery. But this is just to give y'all the game so you understand. The streets will give you a role. The ops will give you a reason. The internet will give you applause. But hustle karma gives you the bill. And when that bill comes, everybody gets quiet. But your consequences. Do y'all understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Now we're going to go to the comments. Let me try to pull this joint up and go to the comments over here. Where this joint at? I got to find it over here. I don't know where it's at, but let me open up a new tab for it. Because I'm learning all this, so y'all just bear with me real quick. All right, here we go. All right, hold up. STRA.
Let me show you. Let me have the mouse.
Yeah. Yeah, good. I need to bring up the Streamlab, bring it up on this joint. So we just riding right now. But let me ask y'all a question while we pull this up, right? I'm going to ask y'all one more question, right? I'm going to ask y'all one more question. I got to move this so I got room to do what I got to do. Oh, I can just do this. Hold up. Bear with me, y'all. I'm going to get with y'all quick. Put the questions on the screen now so I can deal with the questions. All right. I can't see none of that. Okay, here we go. Here we go. OG Unique Mecca, right? Telling us about truth concerning the street life, as I always do. But you just have to be willing to listen, because that's the problem is a lot of people don't like to listen. They just like to talk. You know, let's go all the way back up instead of just in the bottom with this. Where's the top of this at? Let's get to the top so I can add some of this. All right. What is it? OG Mecca, loyalty keeps strength in the army, always. You know what I mean? Well said. My brothers and cousins ain't tell on me. That's loyalty. Life goes on. Rest in peace to everyone that I lost to the street. We live a legal life now. Amen. I mean, that was deep. That was well said. You know, if you got your comments, put it in. The phone number is on the screen. Everything good, family. Thanks for the love. You already know what it is. Big up, because somebody named Big up Carl Foster. You already know what it is. Ishmael Hassan 5532. Yeah, love his comments. You know what I mean? Carlos Mayfield. Right? Carlos Mayfield. Unique. Let your next move be your best move. Think before you act, always, and always think as many moves ahead of your opponent as possible so that you will always succeed, because you'll always catch him sleeping, because you're always elevating while he's sleeping. Was that too deep for you? You all comprehend the words that are coming out of my mouth. All right, let's go. All right. So it is what it is. I can't even find where the one I just tapped at. Oh, okay, I'm way up here somewhere. All right, facts. All right, so what's this? OG Unique Mecca audio, loyalty keeps strength in the army. You already know, don't mix with the ops. My brother and cousins read that. We going down. What up, my brother? All right, got the hearts. Got that. Big up, big up, big up, big up. Unique, let the next move be your best. Heard that. All right, OG Unique audio, tell us about the truth concerning the street life. Oh, that's all I'm gonna do, family. You know what I mean? Ishmael, the generation didn't have a Biggie Smalls 10 crack commandments to listen to. This generation is cut different. Interesting. What do y'all think about that comment right there? Y'all put in the comment what y'all think about that comment right there. All right, I think that was well said. OG Unique, real top shot, gunshot. But, you know, that's where we at right now. Let me move this out the way. I'm looking at the comments on that. Let's get that out the way so y'all can see what's going on over here. We're going to bring that back. Let's bring it back so y'all can see. But now, let me ask y'all 10 viral questions that I'm getting ready to tap out. Ain't going to be on here all night. Viral questions for the end. Was Ben10 wrong for being involved in a situation connected to his camp's ops? That's all I want to know from y'all. Was Ben10 wrong for being involved in a situation connected to his camp's ops? Question number 2. If your big homie had beef with a camp, should you ever move with that camp under any circumstances? Was this loyalty, confusion, or crash out energy? Let me slow it down so y'all can gather your thoughts. 4th question, do the streets punish you when you cross enemy lines, even in your intentions of good? Do the streets punish you when you cross enemy lines, even if your intentions are good? Was Jay Prince Jr. really there by coincidence, or was that room already spiritually loaded? Can a man be solid his whole life and still violate the code in one moment? Is check-in culture protection, pressure, or published extortion? Did AllStar JR survive the street moment, or walked into a federal trap? Somebody let me know that. Been on here long enough. I'm about to tap out 2 more questions. Let's get to this. Why do young dudes jump into beef where they're not the target and not the beneficiary? Somebody tell me that. The last question, who benefits when loyal dudes become crash dummies for someone else's war? Somebody tell me so that I know, man. How long this joint even been on? I need to know how long this joint been on. I'm about to tap out because y'all need to hit the like button or something. Tell me something, man. How long this joint been out, man? All right. Let me see. How long this joint been on? I got to see how long this joint been on. Huh? Good. This is crazy. Y'all got to hit the like button or something, man. Matter of fact, let me pick this back up, man. Hold on. Maybe y'all sleeping or something.
Keep it going, 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 keep it going. Mecca what? Mecca audio, Mecca what? Mecca audio, Mecca what? Mecca audio, Mecca what? Mecca audio. I like the way it's going down.
Hey, what's going on, man? Murder Mook, Harlem, you know what it is, man. I just want to express how much gratitude I got for Unique. You know what I mean? I was telling him a story, telling him how I felt about,
Yeah, I think.
if anything was to go wrong with my career, rap-wise, if, should be slow, and I got so many opportunities to be able to do the wrong shit. When I watch Unique Mecca audio, I feel it, and I like to my soul, and that's keeping me farthest away from doing anything criminal. Anything criminal. He made me think straight, honestly. Made me think straight, because I've been watching him for about a year, like a year now, maybe, and it just took my mind way off of that. From a year ago, it got rough. For a year ago, and from watching this man, me. And I just want to show my gratitude, and I want to say thank you, man. Unique Mecca Audio, anything you need, brother, from me.
All right.
Anything you need, man.
All right. You know what it is. You know what it is. You know what it is. All right. You know what it is. Let's get this thing popping. See, I got all this moving around for you. That's why I said the Cash App is on the top, my Instagram at the top, all that. But, that's where it's at. Let's bring this in, right? Let you see what's going on with these kids right here. But it is what it is. Let me ask you the last one, right? Who benefits when loyal dudes become crash dummies for someone else's war? Who benefits when loyal dudes become crash dummies for loyal people's war? Is this too deep for you or what? I just need somebody to let me know one time so that I could be on point, right? Y'all want me to keep going? Put in the comments if you want me to tap out. I've been on here long and I've been on here an hour. If y'all want more, let me know now and I'll give it to you. If not, I'm going to tap out. I feel like giving y'all a little more. I could even change the beat up for you. You know what I mean? Big shout out to Ron G. That's who put the beat together. I had to go to old school to learn how to deal with old school. You know what I mean? So I just want y'all to know. And I got a whole nother joint I might give y'all to give y'all a double dose, just to give you something to show you how I got this thing lined up to give y'all the proper lessons that y'all need to be able to do the right thing and make the right moves. Been on here an hour. I may give y'all another hour. If y'all want it, let me know. Put in the comments. If y'all ready to tap out, say, get your black ass off the screen. All right? And I'm out of here. All right? I just feel like giving y'all something right now. Let me see what's on this joint here. All right. I can't see none of that from over there. Let me bring it. I gotta bring it over here. All right. So this is where we at, right? These young rappers in the hip hop commentary have all the money and can't stay the hell out of prison. It's ridiculous to me at this time in the culture. Devon, the Divine Soul Child, 9413. That was well said. I don't understand how they got all that money and they sitting there bugging like that. That make no sense, right? Somebody put in the comments if y'all got an answer to that. But, you know, let me know. Let me get this mouse over here because I need to know if y'all trying to get me to tap out. It's 12 o'clock. I'm ready to go. But I'll give y'all some more if you want some more. No one. Okay. Unique vibes. Keep my mind clear. All right. My man said unique mind. Unique, your vibes. Keep my mind clear. That's what it's supposed to do, family. You know what I mean? That's what it's supposed to do. All right. OG Unique. Real top shout out. Blood clot. I saw my talk. This generation didn't have a Biggie Small. We saw that OG Mecca telling us about the two. How we got 2,400 people? How many likes we got in the back? Let me know how many likes I got in the back. I'm about to check this out. Hold up. How many likes I got in the back and how many whatever is going on. Y'all need to put some comments, call in or something. You know what I mean? All right. Love what you do, Unique Mecca Audio. You're dropping jewels. And will you be going any more street stories? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go on the street story. I'm just in the mood to just vibe because I'm so disappointed in what I'm seeing that I just felt I need to speak on it. You know what I mean? Cause like, you know, like he said, no one benefits. You know what I mean? But, you know, it is what it is. I don't know how I don't know the likes in the back because I'm ready to get off. I ain't getting no comment. I'm trying to give y'all the chance to, you know, holler back, right? So I'm going to start this joint, but before I start, I'm going to let y'all know, cop the book, A Roar in Harlem, at aroarinharlem.com so you can't say you didn't see it. You know what I mean? All right. Now, let's get with this thing here, right? AllStar JR. The streets called it survival. The feds called it a case, right? This case ain't about who's tough. It's about who understands the trap. Now listen, this AllStar JR situation, this ain't just a shooting story. This ain't just rap gossip. This ain't just Houston politics. This ain't just what happens when the street rules. This is exactly what happens when the street rules. Street pride, street beef, and federal law all collide in one night. The streets might say he stood on business. The internet might say he survived. The locals might say self-defense. But the feds say, who touched that damn gun? Now, y'all explain that to me. The feds only care about did he touch the gun being that he was a felon. That's all the feds care about. That's the whole case. All this other, he stood his ground, that's for the state. But the feds took it saying he touched the gun. I want y'all to understand how serious this is so you pray for him because it can go either way. The jewel in that is, in the streets, the question is why. In federal court, the question is, what can they prove? The controversial truth is this. Surviving the streets can still get you buried by the street and by the system. That is the part young dudes miss. You can make it out the moment. You can walk away breathing. You can still end up in handcuffs. You can beat the street consequence and still lose to the federal consequence. Because the streets judge survival. The The law judges possession, and did he possess the gun even for a split second? That's all the law cares about. The streets say he had no choice. We can argue it all day on social media. He defended himself. He stood his ground. One is a state court statute, and one is a federal court statute. But like I said, the streets say he had no choice. The feds say he had the gun in his hand. That's all they care about. The jewel in that is you can win the fight outside and still lose the war inside the courtroom. The street applauds what the courtroom plays back. Man, the streets is applauding all the action, the drama, the shooting, everything. They showed him dropping the gun and allegedly all that, right? This is where pride gets expensive. After something happens, everybody want to celebrate. Everybody want a caption. Everybody want a song. Everybody want punchlines. Everybody want to clown the other side. But that same punchline, the prosecutor can print it. The same song, the prosecutor can play it. That same caption, the prosecutor can put it in the screen. The jewel in that is the streets hear music, the courtroom hears evidence. Self-defense is not a force field. A lot of people think self-defense protects everything. It don't. Self-defense may explain the shooting. It may explain the fear. It may explain the reaction. But it may not ease the gun charge in a federal court of law. That is the cold hard facts. The law can say, we understand why you fired the gun, but turn around and say, but you still possess that gun. That is how they split the case. That is how they apply pressure. The jewel in that, the system don't always need to prove you were wrong. Sometimes it only needs to prove you were prohibited. Make sure the monetization is on while we're talking. I don't even know if I might even check the monetization because we ride. The gun on the floor is where the story gets crazy, right? Now, here's the twist. If the gun fell during the chaos, if AllStar JR did not bring it there, if he picked it up in the moment, if he reacted because his life was in danger, then the average person says that sounds like survival. That sounds like self-defense. That sounds like instinct. That sounds like a man trying to make it home at the end of the night, because we know the object when you leave your house daily is to make it home at the end of the night. But federal law does not speak street. Federal law speaks elements, which is equivalent to ingredients, meaning the elements and ingredients is if you've been locked up before as a felon and you possess a gun, you now become a felon in possession of a gun. So federal law, like I said, speaks elements, which is possession, prior conviction, firearm, interstate commerce. And the jewel in that is street logic says he grabbed what he needed to live, to survive, to make it home. Federal logic says he touched what he was forbidden to touch, which was a gun. I mean, somebody, let me, I know I do all this, and I want to thank y'all for your donations. And I'm going to go all the way over here right now. I feel like just changing the music. So I'm going to do all this and just bear with me, y'all. You know what I mean? I'm going to give y'all another Ron G exclusive, right? I think I like to diss one a little bit too, right? This is another Ron G drop, right? I want to change the beat up while I finish the rest of this out. You know? All right, there we go. All right, so we're going to start that over. Let's get this right. So, where we at, man? We already gave the jewel, right? The jewel in that is, street logic says he grabbed what he needed to live, but federal logic says he touched what he was forbidden to touch, which was that gun, right? Now, the real danger is when your mouth starts working after your lawyer should be. In other words, you get arrested, you shut the hell up and you let your lawyer talk. This is where dudes lose me. You survived. You walked away. You got a chance to fight the case. Now, why turn the internet into your courtroom? Why turn the studio into your confession booth? Why turn a legal defense into a diss record? This is not strategy. This is emotion. This is ego, pride, what you call principle. This is letting applause drive the car. And applause never pays the bond. And the bond is your ass in jail. The jewel in that is when your freedom is on the line, silence is not weakness. Silence is discipline. And we're going to discipline that ass today. How many in the back? Somebody tell me something, man. I mean, damn, I need some help. Anybody want to be a moderator, put it in the comments or call the number on the screen. Y'all scared to call it during the show. Call the number if you're trying to be a moderator and need some help because it's a whole lot of work. The streets love a diss until the feds add it to their discovery. A diss record feels powerful. It makes the crowd react. It makes the comment section jump. It makes the other side look weak. But in court, that diss can turn around and bite you. The line you thought was slick, the juror may hear it as intent. The bar you thought was funny, making those diss songs, the prosecutor may call it consequences. The video you thought was promotion, the government may call it corroboration. A song can feed the fans or it can feed the indictment. Choose wisely what songs you want to make, young brothers. Right? Now we ride, man. I like the way we ride. Ben10, NBA Youngboy, and street loyalty get messy fast. Now, allegedly, Ben10 had history around NBA Youngboy, and allegedly they were Houston politics connected to bigger names. But let me be clear. Allegations are allegations, rumors are rumors. The internet is not a courtroom. Still, street code has a question. If you came up around one side, why answer another side's call? If you got history with one man, why step into another man's issue? If you got valuable footage, valuable access, valuable loyalty, I mean, why risk becoming someone else's pawn? A man with no lane becomes useful to everybody and protected by nobody. The crash dummy never sees the wall until he hits it. Do y'all agree with that or not? Put it in the comment. This is the part the youth needs to hear. Everybody who calls you brother is not moving like your brother. Everybody who invites you is not protecting you. Everybody who says pull up is not pulling out for you. Some people, hold up. Yo, hold up, God. Some people invite you. Yeah. Some people invite you the smoke, then disappear when the fire starts. Some people send you, first in the fire because they do not want to stand there themselves. Some people need a body in the room, not a friend, not a soldier, a crash dummy. And what does that say? Somebody put in the comments what that say. Right? If somebody else's beef puts you in the front, you're not respected. You're expendable. Remember that. If someone else's beef puts you in front, you're not respected. You're expendable.
Your call has been forwarded to voice.
Now, J. Prince Jr., Houston politics and check-in culture. Now people keep bringing up J. Prince Jr. People keep bringing up mob ties. People keep bringing up Houston. People keep bringing up check-in politics. But let's be careful. Street talk is not a conviction. Internet theories are not proof. But the reason people talk, because check-in culture already sounds like pressure. It sounds like power. It sounds like access. It sounds like respect me before you move around my city. And when violence happens around that culture, people start asking questions. When your reputation is built on influence, people will blame your influence even when your hands are not shown. Somebody explain that to me. Hold up. Right? So y'all understand what this show's about, because I've been just riding, right? When your reputation is built on influence, people will blame your influence even when your hands are not shown. The name NBA Youngboy situation was a warning sign. The NBA Youngboy situation showed people something. When his house got hit in Houston, when his items were allegedly recovered, when Jay Prince spoke publicly, some people saw help. Youngboy saw a message. This is the difference. One man says, I got your property back. The other man hears, you should have checked in. This is why Houston politics always comes with a shadow, because power can look like protection, and protection can start sounding like control. Yo, y'all hit the like button, man. Hit the mother then like button, man.
Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Hit that like button, hit that like button. Keep it going, keep it going. Mecca what? Mecca audio, Mecca what? Mecca audio, Mecca what? Mecca audio, Mecca what? Mecca audio. I like the way it's going down. Keep it going, keep it going.
So that's where we at, right? So the jewel, when help comes with humiliation, it stops feeling like help. It starts feeling like a warning. If a woman was involved, that makes the whole thing even more foolish. Now, if this had anything to do with a woman, a girlfriend, an ex, a baby mother, somebody feeling played, that makes it even more sadder. Because how grown men are risking decades over pride. And you ask them why, and they'll tell you what? But I love a dog. So you're gonna make your homies crash out over her? But I love a dog. But you don't care about your homies' lives, their family, and who they love? But I love a dog. If y'all know what But I Love a Dog is, y'all put in the comments. I got a lot of new subscribers on here. Now, all this over embarrassment, over ego, over who used to deal with who, this is not power. This is emotional slavery. The jewel in that is, if a woman can make you crash out, you were never in control. Your ego was driving. Your ego was driving. I mean, somebody tell me what's going on here, because I'm like really lost. So hold up. So let me give you the street code, right? The street code says stand tall, but what wisdom says stand smart, right? So y'all understand. Did you hear me? Hold on. All right. Now, AllStar JR going to trial, standing 10 toes down. From the street code angle, people respect that. Not folding, not running, not throwing everybody under the bus. That means something. But standing tall alone is not enough. You need strategy. You need discipline. You need silence. You need counsel. You need facts. Because federal court is not about who's real. It's about who's prepared. So don't get involved in the street, because it's not worth it. So how many likes we got in the back? That's what I need to know, right? It's about who's prepared. Being solid without being smart is how good men walk themselves into bad situations. The street code trap is real. Here's the contradiction. If he says they tried to rob me, the streets may say he told. If he go to court and say, man, my defense is they tried to rob me, now the streets is gonna say that he told. You know what I mean? Yeah, now the streets is gonna say that he told. And that's the way that works. If he stays quiet, the government say he possessed a gun. If he explains himself, people call it cooperation, that he's cooperating. If he does not explain himself, the jury may not understand the moment. That's the trap. Street rules were not designed to save you in federal court. They were designed to control your mouth. And sometimes that silence protects everyone but you. The jewel in that is a code that leaves you defenseless is not loyalty. It is a cage with street names on it. The feds may be using the gun as a pressure point. Now, here's the deeper twist. Maybe this is only about the gun. Maybe the government just wants the conviction. But maybe it's bigger than that. Maybe the gun charges leverage. Maybe they want the story behind the story. Who called who? Who sent who? Who knew where he was? Who was really supposed to be outside? Who benefits from the confrontation? Who has power in the city? Who has been moving around like pieces? That is how federal pressure works. Sometimes the charge is not the destination. Sometimes the charge is the crowbar. Let's see how this tie in with the big U parallel, right? Because it's all about power, not location. Different city, different people, different case. But the lesson connects. When the feds look at the street power, they do not just look at crash. They look at the driver. They look at the phone calls. They look at the influence. They look at the benefits. They look at who makes people move. That is why powerful street names become dangerous. Because even when they are not holding the weapon, the government may say, you held the influence. And the jewel in that is the feds do not only chase the hand, they chase the command. This is why the youth need to stop confusing clout with power. Young brothers, listen close. Clout is not power. Followers is not protection. Views is not freedom. And rap money is not immunity. Street reputation is not a legal defense. And tough captions do not stop indictments. You can be famous, you can be respected, you can be feared, you can still be prisoner number, whatever they want to give you. Because the judge does not care who likes your post. Clout makes noise. Convictions makes silence. The internet is fake. The internet is nothing more than a fake gangster. The internet loves violence. It loves disrespect. It loves chaos. It loves pain. It loves when somebody gets embarrassed. But when the internet drops, the internet moves on. The blogs move on. The fans move on. The comments move on. But your mother still got to answer the phone when you call and collect. Your lawyer still needs money. Your kids still need you. Your life still sits in that courtroom. The jewel in that is the internet will make you famous for the same thing that makes your family suffer. The real lesson is not don't defend yourself. The lesson is not live where every moment becomes a case. Everything you do, you breathe becomes a case. Don't live there. Let me be clear. This is not me saying, let somebody hurt you. This is not me saying, do not survive. This is me saying, stop living inside situations where survival becomes paperwork. Stop standing around people who bring guns. Stop moving in circles where beef travels with you. Stop letting industry politics turn into street consequences. Stop thinking you can out-tough the federal government because the feds are patient. They're quiet. They collect. Then they knock. The jewel in that is the best way to beat a federal case is to stop living close enough to one to find you. Now, let me give you the final close. I've been on here long enough. I'm ready to go. Yo, y'all hit the like button, man. Hit the like button.
Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going.
All right, that's enough. Hit the like button. Now, the final closing round. So when I look at AllStar JR's case, I see more than a rapper. I see the trap. I see the contradiction. I see the streets cheering. I see the feds building. I see the internet laughing. I see a man fighting for his freedom. I see alleged politics. I see alleged betrayal. I see pride. I see pressure. And I see lesson. The streets may give you a reason. The internet may give you intention. But the courtrooms give you numbers, years, months, guidelines, enhancements, supervised release. That is the part they do not rap about. The streets will give you a name. The feds will give you a number. Choose which one matters before it's too late. And the 10 viral questions for this before I tap out is, can a man be right in self-defense but still wrong on the federal gun law? Meaning, could he be right that he defended himself? and then be wrong under the federal gun law that he possessed the gun? If a gun falls during chaos, should survival count different than possession? That's a good question. If a gun falls during chaos, should survival count different than possession? Did AllStar JR's music after the shooting give the feds more ammunition than the gun did? Is the government really after AllStar JR, or are they using this case to look deeper into Houston politics? If Ben10 answered another man's call, was that loyalty, business, or crash dummy behavior? Does street code protect men, or does it keep them quiet while the system eats them alive? Is check-in culture protection, respect, or soft extortion dressed up as street politics? Number 8, why do rappers survive life or death situations, then turn around and narrate them for prosecutors to then put their lives in jeopardy of going to jail? What is more dangerous today, the op outside, the camera inside, or the caption afterwards? At that point, does standing on business become standing in front of a judge? Somebody let me know, man, because I'm like confused like a mother right now. Let me see what some of these is, see if it's time to go if I answer these. All right. Devon the Devil said the energy frequency, energy frequency you projected to other human beings is the energy frequency that will return back to you. The law of the universe, what comes around goes around. Amen. That's karma right there, Devon. A round of applause. You get a round of applause for that comment. You know, Devon, OG Unique Maker Audio is a knowledgeable and wise elder who lives the story of his life called Aurora in Harlem. Yeah, make sure you cop the book, Aurora in Harlem. Go buy it for sure. You already know. The book fire. I ain't gonna front. You know? All right. Let me see where we at. Let me see. But I love a dog is a man who will crash out over his old lady, even if she is no good to him. OG Unique Mecca Audio told me that years ago. All right, round of applause again to that. Word is born. Remember that. Nigga always say, but I love a dog. 60,000. Yeah, I sure could use 60,000. What's this? 44,000. Lobster. I don't know what that is, but thanks. I can sure use it. But you love a dog. Bam, bam. Yeah, you already know Carlos. I gotta put Carlos up there, man. I appreciate your support of the Unique Mecca Audio channel. Yeah, Devon always representing good. Yo, make sure you call me so we can strategize how we're gonna do the next live. I want to do my first thing in the morning too, about 10 o'clock. Yeah, good looking on hitting the like button. Like you said, he hit the like button. You know what I mean? Salute to Unique podcast and movement. You already know. You know what I mean? We got to go to Congress all day. Call Foster. You already know. That's the only, if you're not a felon, exactly. Roll your B, Unique, the feds always watching. Yeah, Carlos said it right there. Carlos said that mother effer right. Because like he said, Carlos case food that. All right, we just showing the comments as we tone out. You make audio, those young brothers are making the money from hip hop music and giving it right back to the slave owners that own the prison plantations in America. You mentioned sweat equity. You already know sweat equity. They sleeping if they ain't paying attention. Share these videos, man. Hit the like button. Make sure you hit the emoji and put a comment because that's the only way I'm going to get my message out. Because y'all saying, how you got 160,000 subscribers and you only getting 5,000 views. That's because they're not pushing my joint because it's too real. But we can beat that as long as y'all hit the like button and put a comment, even an emoji. Brothers harming brothers still never end. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. Put in the comments y'all want to see me tomorrow and read it tomorrow when I wake up. But I'm out of here, man. All right?
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Real. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca audio.
Mecca what? Mecca audio. Mecca what? Mecca audio. Mecca what? Mecca audio. Mecca what? Mecca audio. And we gon' do it like we gon' do it like we keep it moving like we gotta do it like
Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was wine. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. They be horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend a ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish there. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours. So we can get back to the
cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime. Mecca what? Mecca audio. Mecca what? Mecca audio. Mecca what? Mecca audio. Mecca what? Mecca audio.
fresh out the can of 26. He back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Real. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got a.
Hey, what's going on, man? Murder Moot, Harlem, you know what it is, man. I just want to express how much gratitude I got for Unique. You know what I mean? I was telling him a story, telling him how I felt about, you know, if anything was to go wrong with my career, rap-wise, you know, if, you know, should be slow, and I got so many opportunities to be able to do the wrong shit. When I watch Unique Mecca audio, I feel it, and I like to my soul, and that's keeping me farthest away from doing anything criminal. Anything criminal. He made me think straight, honestly. Made me think straight, because I've been watching him for about a year, like a year now, maybe. And it just took my mind way off of that. Way off of that. From a year ago, it got rough. For a year ago,
yeah.
And from watching this man, I just felt like you saved me. You saved me. And I just want to show my gratitude, and I want to say thank you, man. Unique Mecca Audio, anything you need, brother, from me.
All right.
Anything you need, man.
All right.
Call 'em.